Hey guys, here's something you need to know. What do you do if a professor comes up to you and asks you to use your essay for a project or as an example of an awesome paper or whatever? It might go something like this.
Well, Tyler, your essay is very nice. I'd like to use it as an example of an exceptional paper in my next semester's class.
And then you'd be like, oh yeah? Thanks. Sure, you can use it. At this point, your professor should ask you to sign something, because copyright law requires a written agreement anytime someone wants to do something with what you created. A verbal agreement isn't strong enough. In fact, an email agreement isn't even considered to be that strong. That's why I, along with the Office of the Chancellor, recommend you use this written form. This form was developed by the System Director for Intellectual Property, with input from us, to grant rights to your professor or anyone else who wants to use a work that you create. Your professor may or may not provide you with this form, but it's a good idea to use it either way. It's very straightforward, and you can find it on my blog at mscsa.org/prez. Why should you use it? First, because it's the best and easiest legal way to grant the rights to your professor to use your work for anything other than evaluation. There's a good reason for this. Imagine that your professor could claim that you orally gave him permission to use your work. What you put long hours into could be used in situations that you didn't intend, without your consent or knowledge. This form not only protects you and your work, but also your instructor from getting into trouble. Lastly, you'll notice that there is not a checkbox for profit on this form. This is because you really need to come up with a special agreement in that situation. Don't willy-nilly grant the right for someone to use something you did for profit. If there's profit to be gained from your essay, play, research project, or whatever, then you deserve some of that profit. So work hard in class, but remember to use the right permission form if your professor asks to use your work. Thanks for watching the President's Corner. I'm Tyler Smith.